Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The only Karyushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Don't play tough, please. Just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Please do not lament. I will forgive you, even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament. I will forgive you, even if you will not forgive the world. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Frederica Berncastel. This is a work of fiction. AD 1983. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice, and those tears. The mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled, and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there was none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away, except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me. I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright just to take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her, like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. It was nice of the game to break straight after that. I'm glad it waited. It almost feels like it was on purpose. I guess I'll have to reset it just quickly. So now I'll have to figure out if I can skip the intro. It is rather loud. It doesn't appear like it seems to be so I guess I'll just have to talk over this bit for a while. I'm not too sure what's even happening in this introduction, but it did give a Steam trophy called a Farewell, I think, or something similar to that. I don't know why the game broke straight after. I have nothing else running. I think it's just an old game. It certainly feels old. I guess it's because this whole segment is automated. There's no dialogue boxes. It's technically all just one big long cut screen. I wonder if I can edit this bit all out in post. I'm not sure if that's possible for a stream. If it is, I'll just cut it out. My spirit has suffered enough. How many times must I watch this introduction? Maybe I'm stuck in a time loop where I have to watch this over and over again. Time hasn't passed even a little bit. I'm not sure if this shares the same story as the show, or there was a recent one, wasn't there? A recent anime of the visual novel. Last year, I think. It's time to leave my soul behind. This introduction does take quite a long time. Still, I am quite upset the game has already broken already. Unnecessarily extending the amount of time I have to use my voice for. It's not too bad filling in all these gaps. I get to listen to these calming blood sounds. I'm not sure if it's actually blood or anything. It could be something else. It sounds like it's supposed to be some sort of cleaver though, chopping up meat. Probably a butcher at a butcher's table of some kind. Who really knows? I'm getting notified by Netflix though that Run has recently come out, and I have no idea what that is supposed to be. Oh, look, there we go. Uh, Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I had last went to the city. I'd only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-laned roads, the melodious cacophony of the crosswalk, what a word. Even the campaign speeching blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There is only the chirping of locusts, and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean that there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores. No restaurants. And no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But, come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I'd lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone, at least once. It's only now I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to, why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Kiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. Ah, my eyes. God damn. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We'd spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa,